What is up, friends in good company? How you guys doing today?
Hello there.
What's up, chat? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? So, welcome to another edition of the Hangar. It's the first one after we got the Book of Boba Fett episode 1. And oh my, what a surprise. The fan base is divided in half. I can't believe it. This never happens.
Never.
No. So I put a poll in chat if you guys see it. If you guys are staying up for episode 2, because I feel like that's an interesting barometer for how everybody felt about episode 1. I'm presuming you guys liked it. I know Strike did.
I hated it.
Do bear shenanigans in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's your answer.
On days
this is blasphemy. It's split. The poll is split right down the middle. Wow. Literally. That sounds crazy.
Awesome. I love
Team
it.
Money, I love your icon, bud.
It's a new stash in town.
Yeah, I don't have my webcam right now, so I figured let's switch the profile.
Yeah, man. If you shaving that mustache, you were like, no, I don't want to show it. I'm like, oh, that's glorious. Beautiful.
Aiden, Spider. Yeah.
Aiden, how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. I don't have any internet right now, so I have to do this on my phone, so I don't have access to my camera.
Yeah, no worries. That's all good, baby. So, I've done a couple different polls. One I did was did episode 1 basically meet your expectations in a YouTube poll? There was 128 votes. It was about 70-30, little closer to 80-20. So, that's just my community, but it seems like that seems to be the general consensus is about 1 out of 3 people didn't really like it, which I'm surprised by.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of fans that just need more out of Disney. They're like demanding it almost. They're holding them to this standard that's like way up here.
Well, I mean they are a major company with an almost
I get that, yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
No, that's just kind of what I see the most of.
I think that's what they expected when Disney bought Lucasfilm initially.
Right.
Yeah.
And we saw how that went.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not staying up because I have work. I do too, man. It's all part of the fun. It's called the Boba Fett hangover.
Reword the poll. If you could stay up, would you?
Yeah, there you go.
See how many people.
I'm just a simple man having a hangover after the Book of Boba episode.
What up, Justin? How you doing, brother? Glad to have you here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just seen that poll. I added my 2 cents in there. I don't know how I missed that. It's crazy.
Okay, so yeah, almost right down the middle, 58-42. Interesting. I was actually really surprised by the turnout for the midnight release. I mean, there were a bunch of people there that were super stoked on and wanted to watch it. I hope it didn't turn anybody off to the show, but I read, I was on Echo Base Network with Coach the other day, and he found an article. I had to do some digging to find it too, which is funny that it's not the first one that pops up. This comes from sfgate.com. Check out this headline. The Book of Boba Fett premiere is an abysmal failure on every level.
Disagree?
No,
Definitely disagree.
What?
So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this first little section, and then I'm gonna let you guys talk about it. Okay. So it's been a long time since I've watched something as embarrassing as the Book of Boba Fett. I've seen better acting in home movies. I've played iPhone games that have better special effects. I've seen more convincing fight scenes on reality TV. The whole affair from beginning to end is the worst episode of television I've seen this year or any other year. It's worse than polio. It makes me never want to watch anything related to Star Wars ever again, and maybe I won't.
So, in other words, they're
Maybe
smoking
you
death
shouldn't.
stick.
Maybe you shouldn't.
It was like,
What was that?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
Just ruined another childhood.
You know what this reminds me of? Hey, you know what this reminds me of the one. I don't know. Did we do it on the Hangar Bay at some point? But there was like this article with like the cheesiest lines of the prequels. I get the same vibes
God,
from this
I
article.
still have a thing for Screen Rant. Still gonna burn that place to the ground.
yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of anger. I feel like there's a lot to unpack there. Saying that it's worse than polio, that's a fairly strong opinion.
That's ridiculous.
I like Nathan's response to the article.
I've read better articles.
I've read better articles.
Yeah. So a lot to unpack there. For me, I mean, if I really had any major complaints for the episode, I feel like the runtime was a little short. I would have loved to see a little bit more, which is generally a good thing because it means the show is going well and you're like, oh, I want to see more. So that's a good thing. And there were some issues I had with the Sarlacc and with some of the fight scenes. That's pretty much it. What about you guys? You got any griff?
Strike, I'll let you go. You go ahead, good sir.
Yeah, sure. I like overall, I really enjoyed it. I think as the episode that starts everything off, I think it managed to do that really well. I was into the plot. I was into what was going on. I think it was a really good decision to have the flashbacks, like those like major like prequel and Sarlacc flashback. Spoiler, but Sarlacc in the beginning. I think that was a wise decision. I don't know. I like the pacing. At first, I was like, "Oh, so we didn't get more of like him escaping the Sarlacc." But at the same time, what is there much to go about? I mean, well, he burned his way out of there. I mean, they could have shown like, I don't know, 10 more seconds of him burning stuff, but I think it did the job great. It was epic. The hand just coming out of the sand.
Love that.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I think the next episode. So that's the thing. I think the next episode was actually supposed to be part of this episode, because wasn't there like talks about it at first only having 6 episodes, but then suddenly they made it 7.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be 6 originally.
Because it does feel very much like whatever comes after would have supposed to flown together with this one. So I think everything that people are complaining about, that it seems very open at this point, and there's no real like plot line to follow or like to theorize about. I think that's what we're going to get in the next one, because it's supposed to be that like second part to the introduction.
Right, that's a good call, actually.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I stand. I wasn't. I was definitely not let down by the episode. I feel like a lot of people were expecting certain things, which I don't understand because I sort of go in with like, I want them to do justice to Boba. I want them to come up with a really good story. But in itself, I don't really have expectations of what is supposed to be in there because I want them to surprise me, which they usually do anyway. I remember Bad Batch. I think I was wrong about every theory I had about every episode.
Everybody was wrong about every episode of Bad Batch. I had no idea where that was going.
Yeah, but no, I'm really stoked for the next one, and I think the next one is really going to set the tone for the entire series.
Oops. Yeah, the Reek was not in the cutscene, which I thought was interesting.
That is true.
So I don't know why this isn't actually popping up in my stream right here, but we got a 2-month member milestone, the first one from Darth Arlena.
I see.
Thank you so much for your
Nice.
continued support of the community. And you know what that means?
Do it.
Do it.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
For younglings. My God. So I put a poll up in the chitty chat here. Asking what you didn't like about the episode. 20% are saying Boba was too soft. 11% are saying the lore was too far from the expanded universe. And then 68% saying nothing. It was great. What do you guys think? Did that bother you? I mean, Strike, you know the lore, the backstory of him escaping the Sarlacc pit. Do you feel like they did it justice, or was it just a little too little?
Well, I mean, originally it was sort of, so there were like, it was very loosely explained. So it was basically Boba got out himself, sort of, but then like he was like still laying there, and Dengar saved him. But honestly, I really like the way they did it with this because so him fighting his way out by himself, I think is still like the best decision to make because Boba would be able to do that. But at the same time, I mean, he was effing exhausted. I mean, like being in there, because the thing is, when we see him in the Sarlacc, he still has like the paint job that he has in Return of the Jedi once he fell in. But once he got out, like it was like all the weathering of like Mando season 2, like the first time we see his armor again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Sarlacc scene inside was like directly after he fell in. But I think what we saw when he got out, I think it took him quite a while to get out.
Yeah, but and we talk about this a lot. The wreckage was still smoking when he got out of the pit that night. What's weird is when it shows him coming out during the day, it's not smoking. And then at night when he's laying there, it's smoking.
At night?
Yeah.
When the Jawas come to get him?
Yep.
No, I think that was the Sandcrawler.
No, the wreckage was smoking for sure. I went back because I'm like, all right, how much damn time has passed here?
I don't know. Maybe some scavengers were already there and like torching stuff.
Dang Jawas.
But
I mean, depending on what combustibles are inside the wreckage, it could be smoking for quite a while. So
yeah. I mean, definitely, yeah, dude. Like a week, there's still fires burning inside there and stuff like that. You never know. The smoking carcass of Jabba the Hutt, just because there's so much fat, it just stays burning forever.
Someone, actually, I think it was Graf, said that it would have been cool if they showed it from Boba's point of view, him going into it. But I think doing it this way actually leaves it more like this, so we don't have a clue actually how long he was in there, whether it's a day even or 2 days. Like, and for the EU stuff, like I really hope they show some residual effects of the Sarlacc, and maybe that's what's triggered these memories to be. I don't know. It would be a nice little nod to have some residual effects from being in there.
I'm sure they will.
But
I mean, these guys know the lore. They're fans,
Overall, I would say the way they did the whole thing with like Boba not having his armor anymore was a smart move. The way they did it, because with him just being completely exhausted, like he's all acid burned, and like the Jawas just like snatching his armor and like knocking him out. And then
Mhm.
like afterwards, the sand, like literally, like it's like from one shithole in the next one. He
Yeah,
just
that dude
fell in
went through the
every single
ringer.
one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
100%.
and they just never let him rest, which I think was the perfect way to explain why he was just fucked up all the time and he couldn't escape.
But then he
Because-
still has, he's got the chutzpah to get on top of the Blue Lagoon monster and literally tear his head off, which that wasn't very soft to me. I don't know.
No,
No, that was
I mean,
pretty cool.
not really.
if you're about to get eaten by a sand monster, you got to do what you got to do.
A little bit of adrenaline in there, maybe.
I mean, if anyone's
Yeah.
killing
Oh, yeah.
something larger than a man with their bare hands,
It's Boba Fett.
It's probably
yeah, I mean,
Boba.
it's pretty badass. I don't know.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a gripe I didn't mention. I hated the design of that monster.
What?
I didn't like
You
it.
hated it?
It should have been a baby crate dragon, 1,000%.
That
Baby
would have been
crate
really
dragon,
nice.
that would have been funny.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Let's pull that.
I don't know. The monster is one of these things that
I don't think they
if
actually
I-
have a name for this one.
No, it's like
No,
sand
it's not
creature.
any-
They
No.
call it like a behemoth, which is just a noun for big monster.
Yeah, behemoth.
Yeah.
I think that this next episode is going to be a continuation of some of the stuff from the trailer. I believe Finnick caught one of those guys at the very end. So I hope it opens up with her like leading him through the door and we don't have to like drag that out. I do want it to kind of pick up pace a little bit more,
Oh, it needs to pick up, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's like it starts off at a walk and then it's like one of those slow run scenes, except the pacing of the show instead. They start walking and then they start jogging and then run and then they full out sprint.
Yes.
Yo.
I
think
am
that's
really
what
waiting for that all
to the
killer.
table scene
Yes.
because that is 100% the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
something crazy could happen.
That's what I'm thinking. Just like from my brain, I'm getting total Dr. Evil vibes. Like they're at the table and maybe
Oh my
things
God.
get out of hand, dude, and he just drops them up into the Rancor pit. You know what I
I
mean?
think
And
someone's
then
going to show him some disrespect and then he's just going to, murk him.
and looks down in the pit. There's
This model of the Death Star is going to come down and hit him on the head and he's going to be like, no, nothing.
I think the dog guy is probably going to eat it. Probably.
Yeah, the way that
I feel
the way
like-
when after he blasted the one dude with his rocket thing, Finnick, one alive. That tells you right there, like, oh, I feel sorry for that guy.
Major
Yeah.
Stallion, Gamorreans.
I thought that was awesome, dude. How she had both of them pegged, and she's like, "Well, I'm not bringing both of you, so yeet!" and just like kicked them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part was
I
great.
love it.
Yeah.
It was totally the Mortal Kombat
Yes.
guy, 100%. Yeah, and that's the other thing I was
like
thinking.
that.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah, I like that too.
I kind
have
of
you seen the pictures of the Clash of the Titans
Yeah.
monster when they're right next to each other? It's like almost.
It was like
uncanny.
the land version of that one.
Yeah.
Like they
So
could be the
there's
same
nothing-
species.
It did have more legs.
The sand kraken.
Yeah. We could still see a crate dragon at some point.
Do you think
Another one.
Yeah, in the
Episode 5 is
flashback.
Great
Good.
dragon?
I mean, honestly, Boba was sort of spying on Mando once he arrived the second time. So maybe we see like a wide away shot of them fighting the Crate Dragon.
To see the full size of the dragon, that would be sick. That would be
pretty
cool.
dope. Like imagine Boba's like casually walking towards their position and then suddenly out of the mountain, the Crate Dragon comes
It just goes over him like Free Willy towards
and
them.
Boba's like,
Oh God.
you know what? I am going to wait. The armor is still going to be there.
Pretty good, Hawk. That's pretty good. Free Willy and Boba. Shit.
That'd be great, bro.
So, just to come back to the SF Gate article, a lot of people are saying that the episode was way too slow. This gentleman here says, God, how could 38 minutes move by so slowly? That would end the careers of people with lesser resumes. Let me highlight some of their failings right now. And trust me, you'd rather read spoilers here than endure the story.
I think they're just salty.
I think they're
Hot
just salty.
fire.
You know, I'm
Honestly-
gonna share this in the chat. Go ahead.
At first, I was the same with like that was too short. I thought the episode flew past me when I first watched it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't either. No.
Yeah.
And like
I
Exxon was
was
saying
always
earlier,
engaged.
that's a good problem to have. You know, if the problem is I want more, that's definitely a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like the sort of slower moments. Like the whole thing with like him being in the Tuscan camp. We've never like Mando has done a pretty good job at humanizing Tuscans, but like having the like inside look of like just the Tuscan camp, I don't know. I think like yeah, well, of course we're all sweaties, but I thought that was awesome. I was entertained. If
anybody wants a preview of my relationship with this woman, it's a little bit like this.
I love you.
F off.
But I'm Leia.
I see.
I was gonna say it might be backwards.
Seems accurate.
So there was some hate for the Tuscans. They were like, these aren't really like the Tuscans that I would expect to see. And I'm like, well, I mean, they're a barbaric meandering tribe that enslaves people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what isn't tribes like
what happened to the last
difference
group of
in
sand people that
tribes?
tried to do something like that? Maybe kidnap someone's mother. What happened to them? Just saying. I think they might have learned.
And the thing is, at first I was the same. I was like, why are they wearing black robes? And then I thought about it like, oh yeah, Boba did wear black robes when he first appeared in Mando Season 2.
Nice.
Yeah, that whole thing confused me. Why they stopped and let her fight him one-on-one. What the whole point of the showing of that, like, supremacy was for, just to bring him back and him escape again. And then
because you know why? Because she carries the gaffy stick that he has later.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be given. I don't know. You think that's where I go back and forth. It'll either be given to him or he's going to take it.
Oh, dude. So, hardcore theory that I'm pretty sure is exactly what's going to happen. He's going to help them take out those the gang and earn the respect of the Raiders.
Yeah,
earn his gaffy stick, earn his black cloak because those Raiders wear black cloaks, and that's when he'll kind of get his freedom.
By the way, I really dig the look. Like at first, as I said, I was like strange. Like they normally wear their beige, like sand-colored robes, but like,
dude,
their robes, like especially the chieftain. Badass look, honestly.
There is importance to the black robes because he's wearing that shit under his armor now.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why like it's gone from the white to the black. It's crazy.
There's a theory behind those Tuscans that they might be in the comics. Vader goes back to Tatooine and slaughters a group of Tuscans, and then there's one survivor. He goes to another tribe, and they basically start worshiping Vader.
They idolize Vader.
Yeah,
yes.
and they sacrifice the Tuscan that told, and like some people were speculating like that tribe could have ended up having their robes be a little bit more like Vader, the image of Vader. So I mean, it would be really deep cut if that was the case, like. That this Tuscan tribe is supposed to represent, or they idolize Vader.
Yeah.
But I mean, headcanon's the best canon, so yeah. Oh my god.
So Nikki thinks the chief's not doing his job, and
yikes!
Boba's gonna show him how simple of a man he is, and that's how he earns his gaffy stick. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I liked him. I thought the Tuscans were pretty cool. The little kid was just annoying as shoot to me. Like, man,
kids are annoying.
I know, but I just wanted to see Boba just like, blah, just face.
He was tolerant of a lot, but then again, he did do one like
I need a drink.
Yeah, there you go, Strike. About that. Good job.
I love that he called them youngling. I'm like,
yeah,
that
right.
I thought that was so funny.
We all know what we do to younglings here in the Hangar Bay, so just be careful.
Yeah, they don't last long.
One donation and they're gone.
I hope Fennec prepares for parkour TikTok for the mayor. So that's the other thing too, is like something I think maybe I wish they would have delved into a little bit more would have been, and I know it's only the first episode, but a little bit more with the mayor. I would like to see a little bit more with the mayor, maybe even just introduce him in the first episode so we have a better idea of what the power struggle is or what the power structure looks like in Mos Espa.
Mhm.
Right?
Do you think the Ithorian we saw in the trailer, you think that's the mayor?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they bring that assassin that they captured to the mayor, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, what
Here's
the
your
frick?"
tribute.
Yeah,
Or if you
Yeah.
sent him, who knows?
Yeah. Does this man look familiar?
Well, could those assassins also not have been sent by a rival that wants Boba's seat?
100%, dude. I think the chick that Twick that runs the what did they call it? The Oasis.
Yeah, the
I think
cantina.
he's in power, dude.
Dude, she seems like someone that is like low key. Oh yeah, I'm a darling. Secretly, I'm the boss.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think she's really the one in control, and I think basically the mayor's probably just more like a puppet to her, dude. I think
Fiddle.
she's our Kira.
Yeah, I think if whoever it is, they're going to keep sending people too. And it's going to keep getting, more intense for him. He's going to have to surround himself with more allies.
I think Boba's gonna waste the. I think Boba's gonna waste the mayor, but this is one thing. I have to say this. Okay, all right. The major gripe, the one thing that took me out. Okay, this is my major gripe.
Sure.
Disney is known for doing these stupid humor things. Like for some reason, in all the other movies, it never took me out of it when they used George Lucas's humor in the Star Wars movies. But the Boba Fett, I'm confused. I'm the crime lord. Isn't he supposed to be paying me money? Like, that was
Yeah.
just so unnecessary to me. Like, just keep him level, keep him. I just felt like that was dumb.
Yeah.
To me.
But to that line, I think it kind of places to show that Boba does not know what's going on in the galaxy at
exactly.
this point.
Boba has no experience
Yeah.
being in a leader position. He was always a
that's my plan.
freelancer.
But he's
The mayor
also,
Is
he's
here,
also
and
missing.
Bib is here.
Yeah, he's also missing 5 years of his life because from
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi, like that's like when he actually knew what was going on working, and then boom, he was probably stuck with the Tuskens for 5 years, and no other communication with the rest of the galaxy. Like he probably actually, I wonder if he even knows at this point. If he probably doesn't, he doesn't know that the Empire's gone. Up
No,
until
well, remember
later.
in
Yeah,
Mandalorian, the episode
Yeah.
when he was flying up in the Slave One, by the way, is when he was flying up there, he was like, "They're back,"
Yeah,
and
but in terms of like the Tusken timeline, he might not know.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But going back to the line, I think he was like legitimately just. I think he didn't even think it was a possibility that they would have the audacity to ask him for tribute. I think that was just something that he didn't even think was possible, that they would have the balls to ask him that. I think that's why he was like,
I
you
think
just told me that you're
gave me-
not bringing any tribute. Now you're asking me about the tribute.
It gave me some kind of air of incompetence about Boba that I just didn't like. That's all I'm going to say. And, the major gripe for a lot of people is the fight scenes, that he was getting his butt kicked in the fight scenes. I have less of a problem with that than I have with that line. That's why I'm just like, I'm a weird Star Wars fan in that way. For me, that fight scene when he's getting shocked and they're like, well, why does he have to go back to the Boba, the Boba tank, the back of the tank?
Ball.
The thing that I think a lot of people weren't realizing too is that those stun batons had blades on them, and the dude got stabbed in the side twice. Like they stuck in his side.
Yeah, and that was the part that was not armored, by the way. Stuff like that hurts, all right?
Yeah, getting
In
stabbed
real
in the
life
side with a
especially.
halberd.
Yeah, who'd have
Whole
thought
body.
that hurts?
and they're also like basically like the electro staffs from the Magna Guards. And remember in Clone Wars, like Anakin got like in the Naboo episode, like he got like punished with those. Although Anakin, like he's a Jedi, he could withstand quite a lot, but he even got taken down by that. So
And
Everybody can hear that noise in their head right now of that electro staff.
How did y'all feel about the shields?
I didn't mind them.
Ooh, I like them.
That was cool.
It really intrigues me if if that is the mayor and who that could be, why did they choose that type of thing, and why did they choose maybe a color for that? Because whenever
The way those guys move and fight too.
Who are it's
shields
just intriguing
themselves,
me.
or the concept, it kind of reminded me of like the commando droids in the Citadel. You remember?
Yeah.
They had like shields that they had. It kind of gave me flashbacks of that. It wasn't the same shield type, but like just the concept.
So what were people mad about? Was it because they weren't blue? I mean, it seems like that's been a major argument, was that the shields weren't blue.
Why does that matter?
Episode 1?
Yeah.
It was probably just made from a different energy
honestly,
source.
If you are mad about that, you're honestly just a dumbass.
It's been like almost 6. It's almost been like 40 years since episode 1 in the timeline.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I'm sorry if you're no, just no.
So this is another
like episode. Sorry.
Great one. I wanted to talk about that one.
Which one?
Go ahead, Gus. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
So like the thing that people like that I've heard mostly from my pal Daryl down there in the chat was that they didn't like the shields because it brought back memories of like the Gungans and such. But I mean I'm of the opposite mind. I liked them because if they have energy shields like that in Star Wars. Yeah, if they have energy shields like that in Star Wars, it would make sense for them to be like outfitted, like private security or private assassins, to be outfitted with such tech in order to, make their jobs easier, especially against somebody who's known for murking people like Boba.
Well, what the problem was is that they weren't like your standard shields; they were ray shields.
Don't.
Lord Crit is writing.
Don't bring that blasphemy.
Boba revitalization, blue shields.
But all right, I will say, I was thinking back to it. I was sort of let down that he didn't flame their feet. That is definitely something that he should have done, could have done. The jetpack one is an interesting one though, because there are sort of two ways how Mandalorians usually stir their jetpack, so to speak. So they're the ones that prefer to do it over their wrist gauntlet, and then there are ones that have the HUD display
in their helmet, and he didn't have his helmet.
And he didn't have a helmet. So if they want to go that route, it's legitimate. Like if he doesn't have the helmet and he's set to the HUD display, then he can't use it.
That's how he fired the rocket as well.
I was literally about to say, and plus he may have a little bit of PTSD last time he tried that. Something went bad. So
jetpack went off.
Honestly, I completely forgot that Hoxie just confirmed that he's using the HUD display. Because I remember Pre-Vizsla fired the rocket through the gauntlet, and he also stirred his jetpack through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So
other people were arguing that's why the Twick put the credits in his helmet so that he wouldn't be able to put his helmet on. So it was a setup. She knew from the get-go. That's why she stuck the credits in the helmet.
I like that idea.
Sneaky little.
I like that idea.
Sminks.
I think there's something off about this.
What?
That comment.
What did it say?
Cobb Vanth was remembering the flashbacks of the Death Star explosion. I don't know if he was sitting in the armor when he witnessed that.
No,
because
he was sitting
the
at
explosion
the
happened, and then the miners came in to take over.
And then he stole the jewels. Yeah, so right. I don't know how much time.
Yeah, that happened.
So
he said he was wandering through the desert for multiple days.
Yeah.
Earthworm Goro was nerfed with his death being too quick. Man, that scene though, when he stands up and he slams the little Rodian into the ground.
He slams Sam Witwer into the sand. Did you guys know who did the voice?
Yeah,
was that Sam?
He did the voice of that guy.
There were a couple of moments in that episode I was like, dude, Disney, good on you with some violence. Like when the Gamorrean just jugulars that guy, and I was like, sweet. Boba literally just evaporates dudes with his wrist rocket.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And like the Rodian dying was so satisfying. I mean, that guy was just a
little
rat.
A little rat.
Yeah, he was a little punk.
Yeah. Strike, if you were done, the only thing I'll say is why I love this, and I love it. Remember, this is This is Tamori Morrison's first time being back in Star Wars since, back in the day, like Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
So please, celebrate, be happy about it. Fennec was, awesome, very easy on the eyes still. I would love her story. But yes,
Tagline.
yeah.
Well, assassins and ninjas sort of go together. So.
Yeah, right. And just he's easing his way back into stuff and everything. So just again, like you said, it's the first episode. Just give it time. The thing about Jetpack
as well.
I know nothing of what you talk about, TD Money. What's that supposed to mean?
So that brings up one other thing from the fight scene with these and what are they called? The Midnight Whispers or something like that?
Yeah, they call them some
assassins?
Weird. Not the red gut, whatever we thought.
Red Key Raiders, like we
The
thought.
Crimson Red Key Raiders or Crimson
Called the
Dawn.
Night
Cool
Wind
if you were.
The Night Wind Assassins.
Well, the Red Key Raiders were the ones that were salvaging the water from that.
From the moisture farm?
Moisture
The
farm?
moisture farms,
No, I thought
right?
that was all those alien guys, the other species of bandits that we see on the swoop bikes.
Yeah, I don't think those are Red Key Raiders.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
But the thing is that look, this is an Assassin's Guild, and I brought this up on Echo Base Network the other night. Is that Boba Fett was a bounty hunter. He was a really good bounty hunter. He wasn't a professional assassin. He was a bounty hunter. You know what I mean? Fennec Shand is a professional assassin, and as we know from Mando, one of the most dangerous in the galaxy, right? So the fact that Boba had trouble with these guys, it does make sense. Look, we all want to see Boba kick it, and I know he's going to, but it makes sense because even Fennec had trouble with these guys.
Yeah.
Give them time.
And plus,
And then the people keep talking about how he just murked all those stormtroopers in Mando, and now he's all nerfed in this one. Well, I mean, people got to remember, stormtroopers, they're paid for. I've said this on 4 different streams in the last week, but the stormtroopers are the most basic of basic military echelon in the Star Wars galaxy. The Empire buys things from the lowest bidder, and the strength of stormtroopers is in their numbers.
Yeah.
And to add on that, stormtroopers weren't that good to begin with in their prime. Those were not even in the time period of their prime. So those were basically a bunch of Family Guy Peter stormtroopers.
It was melee weapons. They had no idea what to do. They're like, he doesn't have a blaster. What do we do?
Just run at him really fast, I guess. I don't know. You want to talk about a fight scene I have issues with? That was one of them. Ugh.
Boulder.
We got the jump on all of them in that scene.
Dude, they really just ran at him with their guns pointed at the sides. I have a big problem.
Oh, I remember your whole fake platform CGI analysis.
Oh my god, man, it drove me nuts. But yeah, to say that, well, he was so badass against the stormtroopers, and then he was a total wimp against the assassins. Nah, that's not what happened, dude. And that scene where he brings the hammer down on that one dude with that Tamora face, I was like,
yeah, the Mario Warrior look. That's what he did for.
Right.
Yeah.
And to add on the fact, that's the one that I don't like to bring up because it sort of diminishes other points. But also, this is still a series that is supposed to drive certain story. It's supposed to develop Boba's character. Now, I know you all know a lot of stuff about Boba, but I mean, as with Mando, they're trying to make the casuals understand that stuff too.
Right.
So they sort of need that storyline. So I think what they're also just trying to do is to give us build up for the payoff. Because I mean, essentially, which is also the reason why I'm not upset about certain fight scenes, is if we get dope fight scene after dope fight scene after dope fight scene, we're not going to be able to value that anymore as much as if we get it in certain time frame, so to speak.
The hero's got to struggle a little bit. Come on now.
Exactly.
I mean, if you get a Superman situation,
if you have God mode, does it really make any fun? No, it doesn't.
I mean, look, on the other side of that coin, is friggin' Boba Fett. If he was just a complete and total like Mary Sue, I think I probably would have been okay with
Listen,
it.
I'm
But
going to be the last
Then
one.
where's the struggle?
I know. I totally get it. I get it 100%. And that was the big issue everybody had with Ray, right? Was that like she didn't really have to like she didn't face enough adversity. And so we're getting a lot of adversity with Boba. He's having to struggle through a lot for sure, which I'm okay with, man.
I mean, you go live with Hangar plot.
Yeah, right.
I don't get that reference, but I'll agree with you.
Ooh, I just remembered. I know one thing that drove me out of the whole thing, and I'm still not a fan of it. Fucking Boston Dynamics. No,
Oh, the Boston Dynamics.
Dude, prepare yourself, because you're gonna see the walking, talking ones walking with boxes in the background.
Yo,
prepare yourself.
I might
thought
work
those were
with
cool.
them in like a couple years, so like we gotta ease on the trash talk.
Elon
I want them
Musk's
doing
actually from
backflips
Star
and dancing
Wars.
and shit.
Yo, what up, Will?
What's up, guys?
How you doing,
What's
brother?
up? Good.
Good. What do you think about the Boston Dynamic dogs?
Huh?
The dogs. When he's walking through Mos Espa, those little dogs that are walking that the kids like herding, those are the Boston Dynamic.
Yo, have you seen the clip of it fighting the guy with the door handle?
Yeah.
No,
Bro, it's so
Yeah,
good.
I've seen
Oh
that.
my god.
Will's like, what the hell is going on? Have we watched the same
I want to
series?
find it now.
You guys watch.
Chaos has ensued.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but I sort of thought it was too close to what we have in real life.
right.
It felt too much like something that is in our world because it is literally in our world. I think the only thing they added was like fucking wings on the side.
Yeah, they did.
Remove
They
the
added
fantasy.
like to make it look like some kind of flock of something or
I
other.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my problem with it. Is it removed the fantasy of
Yeah.
the world? Like you're putting in these robots that we see.
You're
from
like,
these
oh
videos
yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
the
It's like,
Amazon drivers that we're gonna be getting here in like a year or two. You know? Yeah, I get that. When we were actually doing the watch party, somebody had, and I'm sorry if it was somebody here, when AD8 was introducing the new characters, somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, see that robot? Like, man, you can't use droids like that. It completely takes me out of the experience." And I'm like,
What?
you know, that's from the OT, right?
Yeah.
AD8's from the OT, like 1,000%.
Talking about during the live stream or in chat?
It was in chat.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because I said that during
Talking about the torture droid?
Boston Dynamics. Yeah.
That is
Yeah, the torture
kind
droid,
of the
yeah,
same
88.
question as why are there no blue shields? This is pretty much the same.
Yeah, you could have done some CGI or something. You know what would have fixed it, dude? Like, throw some burlap on them and just make them look Mos Espa-y, and like you're done. You know what I mean?
Or just
Easy.
more weathering.
That's
just
fair.
like have one of them like have a missing leg or something. I don't know.
It's like, take the calves to slaughter. We're having wiring for dinner again.
Oh, it's gonna be crunchy.
The other argument was that Mos Espa, I saw this in a couple different chats, so that Mos Espa was too clean. And what I feel like we're coming to learn is that Mos Espa is definitely like the spot on Tatooine that's got money. You know, you got to think about it. There's pod racers,
Yeah.
all kinds of different stuff going on there. So
Well,
that makes sense.
And also, I mean, the inner part seemed like the high society part of the
Yeah.
town. I think as farther you go outside of Mos Espa, the more like slum like it gets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which
So
makes
I think-
sense because when we see Annie growing up there, we don't see any nice, nice cantinas or anything like that.
And we actually see, like, I mean,
Oh,
they are
my
literally at
villainy.
the outer spot of like the end of town, basically. I mean, after the town, there's basically just desert. So he's 100% like on the outer outside of things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it makes sense that inside that crater, you'd be shielded from like the wind, a lot of the sandstorm, stuff like that. So like if you got money, that's where you're living if you're there.
Yeah,
For sure.
good against stuff or whenever.
They did it on purpose. Fans created those droids.
No, I was looking at the
Dude, he
next
got
thing.
paid way too much money at Boston Dynamics made him.
You're gonna have to take out some younglings, X-wing.
Uh-oh.
The clip that I wanted you to see has a lot of harsh language, but it's funny.
Okay. Yeah. No offense, Felicity. I was just gonna read that before I threw it up on screen there real quick. Felicity Poopville, such an awesome support of the channel. Thank you so much for always being here, always contributing. I appreciate it so much. With a very generous 10 credit drop. Why is Boba trying to become a crime lord when he's going through PTSD? Is this a Tony Soprano situation? Is he a kinder and gentler crime lord? I'm still watching, but we have a short time left. Let's talk about that real quick. Actually, no. Let's take care of this kid real quick.
Yeah, man. Let's end this.
He's been talking a bunch of trash in the back this whole
Come
time.
on, yeah. Let's have enough of this. Come on.
I think it's time we just.
Thank you.
now that little kid's out of the way, let's talk.
Now that little bugger is out of my hair. So is he a kinder and gentler crime lord? So this is the conversation that a lot of us are having when it comes to Boba Fett. Is he soft? I don't think he's soft. I think he's been affected by what's happened to him for sure. And anytime you've been through a bunch of crap, you tend to get a little bit of, what do you want to call it? Empathy? Maybe a little bit of empathy? Or just realizing there are different ways to go about things. I don't think Boba's soft. I don't think he has a problem gatting anybody. Look how he walked in and gatted Bib Fortuna. Like, yeah, it's not an issue for him to be a hard man. I just don't think he wants to be overtly cruel or overtly violent for no reason.
Yeah, I think just because you can murk everybody that walks your path doesn't mean you have to.
Right.
He's doing it to certain people.
Well, and also what I think is the key thing that people don't understand about the character of Boba Fett, and the reason why they are he kills everyone. The thing is, or why they are saying he's nice now, because Boba Fett has an honor code that doesn't make him nice, but he sticks with his honor code no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So if his honor code is against torture, of course he's not going to torture these pigs.
Yeah,
he's trying to gain real power too, not just the temporary takeover. Like he wants to take over Jabba's whole thing.
True loyalty.
Hey, and Respect already saved him once with the pigs. I mean, if he would have killed those,
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's linked also to the flashbacks as well, and what's that going to foretell and everything like that. Of that awesome movie, one of my favorites, Last Samurai, and everything Nathan Algren learned from the samurai and stuff, and then Dancing with Wolves, that movie. Just learning from. Thank you, good sir. The those things. So let's see if that has anything to do with it as well. And plus, him, I don't torture it. Prefer to do it with my own hands.
That's 100% the vibe. Is a total Last Samurai. Yeah, Dances with Wolves, Pocahontas. That story where a bunch of savages, and then you spend a bunch of time with them, and you're like, oh, now I respect your ways.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's got soft or anything. If anything, he's gonna be when he goes, it's gonna be a Rambo type moment.
I thought one of the coolest moments of the show, probably, just from a story perspective, was the kid being like, yeah, I killed this thing, and the chief is like,
yeah,
I know you killed it. Just take it.
That little shit didn't kill that thing. Good job. All right, here's some water. That's what you get.
Hopefully he flips Tashi Station upside down while he's whooping the hell out of all those guys, and then it silences all the haters. Goes in there with the gabby stick.
X-Wing kept on saying that was Tashi Station.
I went back and rewatched it. It's not Tashi.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, really?
Now, what I was
just some
curious
random
about,
moisture
you noticed
farmers.
that they were spray painting that.
Yeah.
It looked like a T or something like that on there.
Yeah, it was
I'm wondering if that is going to end up being relevant later
So
on.
they're just trying to take over territory as well.
I have actually heard, I don't remember where I heard this, but someone was talking about that Jabba had these criminal gangs that were sort of having, collecting taxes, water taxes, moisture taxes.
Yes.
And they were collecting these from moisture farmers and just taking them by force. So the possibility is that those are remnants of Jabba's empire, so to speak, and now they're just freelancing. They're still collecting these taxes, even though Jabba's not even in charge anymore.
The water tax gang.
The water tax gang.
Yeah, that's what Obi-Wan was doing in some of his downtime for protecting Luke. He was going around doing like stuff like that so they wouldn't mess with the Lars and everything like that. That was one thing I did remember.
That's 100% the Nico gang from the trailer too. I mean, the swoop bikes make sense. Everything makes sense there. Yeah,
you see him with the hostages.
X-Wing, I got a still from one of the trailers, and I feel like this is the reaction when Tem hears Boba's gone soft. Pull it up real quick.
Where'd you send it?
On Discord.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Just make sure it's not a picture of your weenie, because I know how
it's not. I promise.
Oh my god, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, it is great.
Let's see. That's the money shot. That is the money shot.
Oh.
Is that? Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he was holding there. It almost looked like a
Morrison.
Yeah. It looks like a cycler rifle.
It does look like a cycler rifle, but they don't
Yeah,
shoot.
it looks like Luke's the one that Luke had in the episode 4.
But they don't shoot lasers.
Yeah,
they shoot projectiles.
Lasers.
Oh, they're slug throwers?
Yeah. As far as I know. I could be mistaken. If I am, I apologize.
Yeah.
But I thought cycler rifles shot slugs.
They do. Well, in Battlefront they did.
Either way, he's not too happy.
Yeah, I feel like we're probably going to see that in the next episode. Him going to Tashi Station and going ham on these guys.
I think that's episode 2 for sure. Because I don't want them. What they need to do in my brain, what needs to be done is they need to finish up with the Tusken Raiders. I don't want to see 7 episodes of half the episodes are flashbacks about how he got to where he's at. I think they could do 2 tops 3 of some flashbacks, but I think what people are peeved about the flashbacks. They're like, he spends too much time in the back to tank. This whole thing's gonna be flashbacks. Once we start getting stuff with him having flashbacks about stuff during Empire Strikes Back, during Return of the Jedi, I think people are going to be like, give us more flashbacks. We want more flashbacks. And they're going to be rolling all those comments back, But
then just at that time, he's going to fly to Tython, and we're going to be in the Mando part of the timeline. And there'll be no more flashbacks.
That's got to be the end of the season, right?
I didn't think about that.
I hope it's like season 3 or 4, bro.
Yeah.
I hope we don't have a lot of episodes.
I hope it overlaps, and we know what Boba is doing post Mando. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is what he's doing post Mando. Like when he's not in the flashbacks, it's post Mando. When he's in the flashbacks, it's pre Mando.
Well, sure, but he doesn't have the Slave One, and he hasn't gone to track Din and Grogu. Like I want that part of it.
Oh,
it's
tracking.
Gonna be a fun tie-in too when he starts tracking Mando.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'm ready for.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Nobody's really thought about it. What's the over/under that maybe they kill him off at the end of this?
They kill who?
You're not going to kill off Boba.
I get it. Some people are going to say that.
Din does need
kill
a ship.
him off. You're out of your mind, bro.
They're building him up to be a crime lord.
They've done crazier things.
I feel like
Will,
if anyone is saying no, they'll never do it.
You've been quiet in the corner, Will. We don't get you in here often. Speak on it. What do you think? You're going to kill Boba Fett?
I think that would just be like another explosion in the fandom if they killed Boba in his own TV show.
That would be a second.
Burn the village, bro.
Like,
I think I can take it.
That'd be Luke all over again, man.
The over/under is
he's respected so much, and then he finally gets his own show, and everyone's like, "All right, let's go." And then he just gets murked at the end. Yeah, that would be like
that would go well for them.
Again.
Freeze him in carbonite for 30 years and then bring him out.
Nobody's ever really gone.
Demolition Man style.
Yes, dude. Could you imagine Boba Fett out of time?
That's a good reference.
Oh, just rage.
The 3C kill method. I see.
By the way,
the man gets killed by old Ray.
Oh shit!
Who's that?
The main thing that I was actually really happy about, and I'm going to bring this up because this is the running gag with me, the helmet thing. In the flashbacks, when he got out of the Sarlacc, it was the correct OT trilogy helmet. So at this point, I just don't believe anyone that says they just had an error in the mold. That is on purpose. So I think we're going to get, once the flashbacks and the real time are connecting together, we're going to get something that, well, just the change in the armor, I think.
Well, dude, you want to talk about pissed off? I bought the Boba Fett re-armored, and turns out he only wears that freaking helmet for 5 minutes. Ugh. Review coming soon.
It's still a dope helmet. I mean,
yeah. You know, he's got, with all that job or whatever he got, he's going to have like a Batman moment where he just has like, which one am I going to wear today? Okay. This one.
Yeah, and Matt's got the right idea, man. I mean, if they can bring the hype with Boba back, I mean, you already have a fan base who loves him. That's already established. And then if you can bring in more people, Tim and Boba, the whole thing is freaking goldmine. And I can tell you, as somebody who watches Hasbro like a hawk, they're capitalizing on everything with Boba right now.
And I'll tell you this: I don't know if you've guys been active on like Instagram and like the Star Wars and Book of Boba Fett official account, but they are releasing concept art posters, literally 2 pieces of art of Book of Boba pretty much every day. So
yeah, dude,
I don't know. That is a level of commitment to a series that I just don't see them killing him off.
Yeah, that would just.
Yeah, no, they won't kill him off.
Not
yet, anyway. They'll wait like 10, 20 years, but not right now. Not so close after Last Jedi, and then the whole debacle with Mando, and right after we got Luke, and then the Gina thing, and no, they're not going to do that right now. They can't afford it.
From a story perspective, if they kill him off at the end of the season, what was the whole reason why we even saw him building a crime syndicate or a crime empire? Like, what would have been the reason? Because there would have been none if they kill him off.
From a story perspective, it doesn't make sense.
I just wanted to start a discussion.
Do you think he's going to look like Bib Fortuna eventually? Do you think sitting on the throne just makes you fat?
Fat Boba.
No, he walked, remember?
Makes you incredible.
Heavy is the waist that sits on the throne.
Steps in.
It will get you some points for scoring Samuel Kim music. When as soon as you sit on it, you start hearing that.
Is it me, or was Boba Fett's theme completely missing from that entire?
They had hints of it in there. It wasn't like starting all the way like the dun, dun, but when like he was starting to slowly get mad, and whenever he's like got very close to certain stuff, like when he caught the like spear and everything like that, then did the crazy, not the crazy eyes Luther, that moment.
I'm talking about Boba Fett's theme.
Are you talking about
OT trilogy?
Boba Fett theme. I'm talking about Boba Fett.
It's peppered in there, not like a lot though, but it is there.
I think the moment, or I'm hoping they do this.
Look at this. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't even see you down there.
I didn't want to come in and mess up the conversation.
Hey, good, bro. What's up?
Not much. I heard Samuel Kim music. I heard Boba. I was like, I gotta get it.
All right. What'd you have?
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, there were rumors, or I think at this point it's really likely that we are also going to have flashbacks of like Empire Strikes Back era of Boba.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do that, they 100% need to have the OT trilogy theme of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But what I really enjoyed about the new theme for the Book of Boba Fett series itself was that it felt like a combination of the new theme and the old theme, with especially the fiddle part. Like those parts, I really enjoy the sound of it. It really seems unique and fitting.
The way they were doing certain things as well, like the Tuscans are like, a tribal thing. So you hear like little hints of the Team Money. I know you could get this as well because you do your own amazing music and everything like that. Please, I can't.
I was just gonna say this like new theme of the show. It does bring kind of a like tribal at like essence, and even a little bit of like there's a little bit of the guitar in there too, which gives it a little bit of flair. But it's interesting because it's like heroic in a little bit, but also still dangerous, still menacing. And yeah, it's definitely interesting. But they did have the theme from Mandalorian, the dun 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 dun. That mainly played during the like present timeline, when the other theme played more during the flashbacks. So I'm wondering if it's like kind of representing Boba's character post Sarlacc, but before he gets up to the Mandalorian time. So it's interesting. But I'm with Strike. If they go back and have Empire Strikes Back or just Imperial timeline, they gotta play the original Boba Fett theme. So yeah,
that Cloud
Still
City
just get
theme.
flashbacks
Entering the
from
slave
Shadows
one
of
for
the
the first time.
Empire.
Yeah.
Canyon scene
I
and
remember
Shadows
that.
of the
That's Gold
Empire. It's
Spaceport, boy.
burned into my brain forever, dude.
Immediately. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
They need something for when he walks back into the cockpit of the slave one.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, we could hear the seismic charge again.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to, dude. They didn't drop that in the trailers for no reason.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
one
that
of
was
the best
literally in the
sounds
trailer.
Yeah. I just, for me, I like the new theme. I like it a lot. And the thing that threw me off with Mando was that they basically got rid of what John Williams does. John Williams does big string sections.
That's all the Disney stuff.
And big horn sections. That's what John Williams does, dude. Big strings, big horns. And I feel like they brought that back with the new Boba theme. It's a lot of strings and a lot of big horns. And then they throw in these crazy, and it's 100% New Zealand, like horn kind of sound. This
I was
weird
actually,
woodwind.
Yeah, I was wondering if like even Tem did a little bit of the voices, because I listened to it's on Spotify. He has an album of him doing covers, and his singing voice is like you wouldn't even realize it's him. But,
He sounds like an old blues player in New Orleans sometimes. When he
yeah.
Warrior, man.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I have no clue if he did that or not, but that'd be funny if he did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be sick if the Who did the music for the Tuscan theme.
I feel like they're more dark side though. They that guttural, like
that harsh sound.
Yeah, I can see them like doing something like dark.
You're gonna get those more tribal like vibes from when they're showing the Tuscan stuff of it. I think as we go down the line, because it just seems like it matches up right since they're such a nomadic tribe.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Dude, if they played Hugon Esena when they were walking up, I would have been so into it. Are you kidding me? That's the one from Jedi Fallen Order that he's listening to in his headphones.
Bro, what about the Cantina Band remix?
Bro, let's talk about that.
Really him?
I love the music. I like all of it.
Let's talk about Max Rebo surviving, because I put a twat out on Twatter, and I was like, confirmed characters who survived Jabba's sail barge explosion. Everyone. Apparently, everybody got out of there. But the rumor mill is right that Bib had a skiff, another skiff, and got on that skiff, brought some people with him, and dipped out. What are you thinking?
Hey, I mean, all I can say is Max Rebo made it to
his gig.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The skit from. Okay, I got it. I was like, what? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was the good ending when they
committed.
Isn't there a second skiff you can see in the background whenever the sail barge blows up?
I thought there was 2 or 3 in
Yeah.
Two, so far as I know. There's the
The one
barge
with
and
Luke
two
and crew.
skiffs. I thought they got away on one. Were there 3? Hold on, I gotta look.
I'm pretty sure there was like 1 or 2 others in the background.
Let me look real quick.
Yeah, because I thought there was a couple. Because it's the one where all the prisoners are at. Then there's the alternate one with all the guards, and then there's the big barge, and then there's 2 more in the background. I thought, like on the opposite side.
Yeah, when they're on their way, you see a wide. There's a wide shot of the whole like little sand fleet.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm watching the scene.
Gifts.
No, So at least in the scene where we first see the sail barge, it's only the 2 gliders.
I thought there were only 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, let me look a bit. I'm just gonna watch this a bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this.
Now, are you guys looking at the original, or are you looking at special edition?
I'm
thinking of special
I'm
edition.
just looking it up on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so
that'll
it'll be
be
special
the-
edition, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
That'll be the updated version.
Yeah, and only 1 skiff gets away from what we can see.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they just jumped. I don't know.
Yeah, or just walked back to Mos Eisley, right?
I'm surprised Bib Fortuna ever got that fat, because if he had to walk all that distance, he should have not gotten fat in his lifetime ever again.
You kidding me? After that walk, all I would do is sit on that freaking throne. You gotta walk like 14 miles back through the Tatooine desert. I'm never getting out of that chair again. I've earned this. I want to stuff my
He
face.
he had a major diet problem. He had a food disorder.
Hey, listen, he didn't walk on his own 2 feet.
He didn't.
He
walk
got
out.
carried.
You know, that's what that was a reference to.
Yeah, you got carried in a litter.
Where were all the people carrying him? I wonder when the last time he left, because nobody was around. I can't remember. A lot of people have brought that up, how easy it was for him to just walk in there and shoot Bib.
I mean, Fennec did shoot 5 guards, so there was a
5?
reasonable amount of people there.
And they were all
protect
lazy
them.
too, I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were not keeping up with the diet program.
I don't
And
remember there
keep you
being that
prisoners,
many people.
apparently.
Gamorrean guards were keeping up
Gamorreans
with
were,
that
those
program. that's for
Gamorreans
sure.
were shacked up. They were prisoners at some point, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
they were Bib's guards.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked. I only seen even on like the special edition version or whatever. I seen the 2 small ones. The big one where Jabba was at. That's all I seen.
Mm.
So
I'm going
yeah.
with they just walked. I'm just saying.
There you go.
We get the band back together. They weren't going down with a ship like on the Titanic. Yeah, no, 100%. And I think probably what happened was Luke showed up and everybody's like,
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Hell up out of here.
Not dealing with this.
I've heard about those things. They got them laser swords. I ain't sticking
Yeah,
around.
right.
Run away!
Max
Yeah.
Rebo's like one of those feel good characters. You just don't want to see nothing bad happen to him. Just want him to
To
just go
Bib?
do his thing.
Bib Fortuna?
No, for Max Rebo.
Max
Oh,
Rebo.
Max Rebo. Oh, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he's just a piano player,
Yeah.
man. Like, leave
like
the
so
guy alone.
wholesome.
Come on.
And honestly,
he
I
was
thought
committed,
it-
man. He wanted to get back to the band and play, man. Even after everything went
He
down.
should be like C-3PO and R2-D2. He just like sees everything. Like he's just there, like in the background,
Yeah.
just doing his thing.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, he was playing with that one Biff musician.
Who was it? Was it Figure and Dan? Could it have been Figure and Dan? Maybe. You never know. Figure and Dan and Max Rebo together just makes like the perfect.
Ah,
Biggest
Yeah.
collab in the galaxy.
And Hasbro did just release a Figure and Dan vintage collection figure. So
ironic.
could be
All
a
you need
thing.
is the DJ R3X remix.
They yeah. Oh, and Rex was there too. Rex was there. Come on, man. R3X was the casino card dealer guy.
Yeah.
And if you've ever ridden Star Tours before 3PO took over,
Oh,
Rex was your
yeah.
homie, dude. For sure.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's old, man. I miss that. I miss that ride.
Figure and Dan or not, he's got the lips for the job.
That he does.
Tried to go solo. What do you mean?
Ah,
The band guy tried to go solo. I don't know what that means. Stanley's, elaborate.
going
I
solo.
like
Oh, because remember there was 3 of them in New Hope, and then there was
Yeah.
only 1 now.
Yeah.
Weren't there 4 Biff in A New Hope?
I thought there were 3. Really?
I think there were 4 Biff. I could be wrong.
It's in A New Hope. It's just the 3 of them with the big like oboe looking things that they're playing.
Well, that was Figure and Dan in the modal nodes.
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Oh, there is. Okay, cool. Dang, what happened to the other 3 then?
God dang ads.
Syphilis. They're not. Yeah, it was in one of the comics. If you haven't read it, you should probably read it. It's
Love
pretty
it.
good comic. All right, boys and girls. let's do some closing thoughts. I guess we can run it down left to right. Let's see what's going on. How you feeling? I'll start. No, I'll end. Let's start with Ghost Rider. What are you feeling about episode 1? What are you thinking for episode 2? Give me your final notes. What are you thinking?
I'm hoping we see what like all the rest of the trailer scenes in this next episode. Episode 1, definitely like a 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. I don't have as many gripes as a lot of people do. I thought it was very good pilot.
100%. Is that it?
Yep, I'm good.
Coming to the watch party? You coming for episode 2?
Yeah, I'll be there. You know it, Commander.
I love it, baby. All right, dude. We'll see you there.
Yep.
Ciao. Awesome. Hockey, what do you think, buddy?
I think that this next episode for some people is going to be a little bit slower. It'll probably be more from the trailer that we've seen.
Slower than the first one?
Well, I think it's going to be a continuation of some of the Tusken stuff. They're going to have to kind of investigate who these guys are that attacked them. So I don't know how much they're going to get through in this next episode as far as like kicking off other parts of the story. I'm trying to keep my expectations tame at the moment.
Did it?
Yeah, man.
You going to be there for the watch party?
For sure.
It's 3:00 in the morning for that guy. So
yeah.
All right, dude. I'll see you
in it now.
Later.
No.
All right, Mr. Bayou, what are you thinking?
I think it's gonna pop off this next episode.
Ooh.
I think it needs to.
I like that. Okay.
First one was a little slow. I mean, not that was a bad thing, but it was a lot of backstory and kind of with building up stuff. I think it has to pop off. I think they're gonna go hard on the next episode. Probably some of the stuff from the trailers that we see in some of the action. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. That's my hope.
All killer, no filler, as promised.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want that to start hammering right now.
Good. All right, let's get it. Thanks, brother.
Yep.
See you in the bay. All right, T Money, what you thinking, Bubba?
All right. I thought I was really pleased with the first episode. I do wish it was longer, but I understand why they kept it as it is. And I think this next episode, I mean, well, I don't really know exactly where they're gonna do, but just more flashbacks, more in the present day. I think we do gotta progress a little bit in the present day, see where the plot is gonna be headed.
Yeah, we need to cover some ground in the today world.
Yeah, because I thought that was one thing that I think the first episode could have had, was to have at least one more scene in the present day to kind of see where the story was headed. But I understand why they ended it with him getting his well-earned water. So,
right.
I'm still loving. I can't believe we're for so many years we've been lacking Boba content, and we're finally here
We're
at this
watching
point.
a show about Book of Boba. Come on.
Yeah, we saw his actual escape from the Sarlacc on screen. Something people have been waiting for since '83, which was when my mom was born. So that was a long time ago. So it's just crazy that we're finally getting it. So just can't wait for more. But these Wednesdays at 3 a.m. Come on, Disney! Give us.
I'll see you there. I'll see you at the premiere. Don't worry about it, baby. I know I'm gonna see you there.
But yeah, all right. But thanks for having me. Take care and long live the stash. So
yeah, bro. All right. Thanks, Green Leader. We'll see you on the next one. All right.
Yeah.
William.
Yeah, I think I gotta say the first episode was definitely an 8 out of 10 for me. I liked it. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, you've been waiting to see Boba come out of the Sarlacc pit for so long.
Yeah.
But I do think episode 2 kind of has to be a big hitter. I kind of want to, especially I think it should end with a cliffhanger. I think if it ends with a big reveal at the end, I think that would be a big hit and we kind of bring people onto the show more so.
And that's the thing. A lot of people want continuity between the episodes, which is something that people bitched about for the Bad Batch. They're like, we have no idea what's going to happen next episode. So I get what you're saying there for sure. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the next episode.
Me too, man. Me too. You staying up for the premiere or no?
Hell yeah. I mean, it's only midnight. It's midnight where I'm at because I'm on the West Coast. So.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. All right. Well, hopefully I see you there for the watch party. Thanks for hopping on, dude. We don't get to see you enough on the Hangar Bay, so thanks for coming in.
I've been busy recently, but yeah, I appreciate having you on.
All right, brother. See you on the next one.
Yeah.
So good to see that guy. Strike, I'm saving you for last, bro. You know I'm going to save you for last. Jake, what are you thinking, dude?
So for me, if I had to score the first episode, I would say it's a solid 7 out of 10 for me because I thought it was good. I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people are saying. I think that at that point, it's their own problem with their expectations as far as like what a premiere is supposed to be. Because there was a lot to cover.
Dated, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot to cover with this first episode. I mean, the biggest thing obviously is getting out of the Sarlacc pit and seeing it play out in the way that it did. This is probably one of the better changes to like what from extended universe into what now is canon that Disney has done, because I think it actually bettered Boba's badassery and his character, because he's gone through some stuff at this point. We're seeing that play out going on with the stuff with the Sarlacc, from the Sarlacc to the Sand People, and then obviously whatever is going to happen in the present day. What I do not want, though, unlike a lot of other people, I don't want to see the flashbacks go all the way through to the final episode. I want the flashbacks to just end at a certain point, because I think that a lot of the focus, especially as we get towards the end of this series, leading into what Mando season 3 would be, a lot of that stuff should be focused on what's going on in the present and how that's going to tie in to everything else. Because I think it's good for what it is now, but if we harp on it and it lingers too long, I think that's going to be a detriment to the series. As far as everything else, I want to see more surprises. I think that I forgot who it was. I can't remember if it was the director or somebody else said that there's going to be some big reveals. That's why all the trailers and stuff were just from the first episode. I think we're going to get some big stuff that it's probably going to be jaw-dropping. But I do hope that it's done in a tasteful way, but also spread out. Because remember, we only got like 6 episodes of this thing. So
you can't whore out main legacy characters.
I think we're gonna get stuff starting next episode. Because remember, we still got that chick that is probably Arden Lynn that might be showing up very soon. Remember, that's like a big deal for some of us that are into like universe and other stuff. But like, I want it all to be done tastefully. I want it all to be interesting, and I want this show to be good and to wow me and to get me hyped up for everything else, Mando, Kenobi, and all that stuff. That's all I want, and I'm happy.
Good. All right, man. You gonna be up for the watch party?
Oh yeah, I'll be up. I'll get a bottle of wine and then watch it.
Then I'll see you there, brother.
I'll see you all there. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Charlie.
How goes it? Well, me. Okay. Again. Oh, I loved it. For me, I'll say 10 out of 10 because I've been waiting on this for a while. Mm-hmm. And look, again, this is Tamori Morrison's first thing back to Star Wars since Attack of Clones. Yeah, he did some stuff for the video games and stuff, but this is his first big thing, man. It's pretty hype for that as well. Ming-Na Wen. I'm not just saying that, but the point is, like, they're all great. The music was amazing. The story was amazing. The scoring was amazing. Thank you. And I love it. I can't wait to see what happens. And as far as the fight choreographing, it wasn't that bad. I have seen horrible fight choreography. This was not atrocious. It was not. So I love it. I can't wait to see more of it. And again, if those didn't like it, no worries. You do you. But I loved it, man. I can't wait.
I'm hyped on too. You staying up or no? You're on the East Coast.
No worries. Same time on the Tuesday night going into Wednesday, right?
That's right, baby.
Well, does a bear shenanigans in the woods?
It sure does, buddy.
There you go. There's your answer.
All right, man. We will see you on Tuesday.
Awesome, brother. See you guys then.
All right, you fat Boba simp.
Boba. Yeah, cool guy.
All right.
Pretty okay. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, I remember me and my dad, we were like, I think that was like around the Rogue One time period. There were like the rumors of like that or not Book of Boba at that time, but like Boba Fett Star Wars story movie.
Mm-hmm. Another anthology
that
film.
all crashed into a bazillion pieces. I mean, at this point, I'm not really upset because the director, I think, would have been questionable. But But yeah, no, I'm really
Leslie Headland for sure.
yeah, kind of. But no, I'm really happy about this. That Boba finally gets the recognition he deserves. Finally, people can't say he's just standing around anymore, even though he didn't even. But
yeah, the guy's out wrecking shop, dude. I'm excited for episode 2.
Same.
We fan. You can. I don't even know what time it releases for you. What time does
At
it release?
9 a.m. So it's actually pretty good.
Screw you. That's beautiful.
I can be like, oh, waking up to a beautiful Book of Boba episode.
Just make a cup of coffee, like try to have a great day. Meanwhile, it's 11:45 and I'm half drunk. I'm like, oh god, I gotta stay up for Book of Boba.
Pretty much. Like you guys are gonna be like, all right, let's watch this. I'm gonna be like, all right, let's go.
All right. Well, I hope we see you there for it. I know you're home again. Thank you so much for coming on. We love you in the Hangar Bay, buddy. So we'll see you again soon. I'm going to yank you out. I'm going to say something to my peoples real quick. Talk to my Hangar Bay real quick. I'm looking at you, chat. I'm talking to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up tonight, hanging out. The Hangar Bay is a place for the people. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing all of your guys' opinions in the chat. I love talking with you, bringing you up on screen. This is what I'm going to say. Oh, geez, gosh. We didn't talk about merch. Where's the merch? Merch reveal. Where's that merch? Handsome. Yeah, so we do have new Squadron shirts coming out for those who actually designed them. I'm looking at you, Chimera. I don't know how that's going. I think Kenobi was working on something as well for Executor. I'm not 100%. Nobody sent me anything. I did get a names list for Red Squadron. We do have a design for the Green Squadron, but I think I'm going to hold off until we have final designs from everybody, and then we'll do a live stream where we talk about these designs and get them on the shirts. We'll take care of that. I just, oh, Kenobi sent me a DM. Okay, hold on. Look, if you want me to pull it up now, I'll pull it up now. God, so needy. Jeez. Christmas. I don't have a DM from you. What are you talking about? Come on. I do have some from the green, and I'm going to tell you right now, dude, Green Squadron, as always, came through and absolutely made one of the most beautiful t-shirt designs. They're a force to be reckoned with, man. Green Squadron is a force to be reckoned with. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to compile everything so that we get it right, and then I'll do a video. We'll make an actual Squadron merch release video. I'll make it look pretty so everybody's happy, because I know it's going to be happy. And then we're never using Teespring again, ever, because that company's trash, and I hate it. And then we'll get some actual affordable merch for the good people of my community, because Teespring sucks. Some things to look forward to before I leave you guys, just a little bit of housekeeping. Figure reviews are going to start coming out in the mornings. I've decided to start waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't do it late at night, and start doing figure reviews. So look forward to some of that stuff. Also, we have a Mandalorian Razor Crest from the HasLab project coming, which we are going to get a review on that thing. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm probably going to use that as my giveaway, the 1-year giveaway for my veteran aces, because that collectible has to be a cut above. So I think that's going to be the giveaway. It might be that or a sideshow. And then obviously starting now, it's January at the end of the month, we're going to have our members only stream where we all sit down with the spinny wheel. I'm going to be giving away Black Series figures and vintage collection figures, depending on who you are in the member community. With that, I think I'm going to say my goodbyes. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Looking forward to Book of Boba Fett episode 2. We're going to be doing the live stream Tuesday night starting at 11 o'clock. We're going to do a pre-stream party, hang out, have fun, listen to some music, talk about stuff. And then at midnight, oh baby, Book of Boba Fett episode 2. Thank you all for being here. My name's X-Wing. I appreciate you all. May the force be with you always.